Hello again, people. Right, this is part 2, trade the plan. And as you probably, well, you need to watch my previous video. I apologise to my regulars that it's long-winded and probably quite boring for you, possibly. But if one little word in that whole video helps you, then it is worth the effort, in my opinion. So going back to the original chart, you'll notice all the lines are exactly the same as they were at the close of the previous chart on cable, that is, not the DAX. And what I'd said is that they could either take this long, and we were sort of pulling back to this area here, and then that would be the trajectory. I find that hard to say. Or they will probably pull it back and then crash it again. Well, there wasn't much buying power in there, and that also swayed my decision to have another go at this outside of my normal trading hours. I tend to try to stick to a rule of not trading after 9 o'clock, walking the dog, doing the whole relaxation thing, and then coming back and preparing for these other sort of opportunities that arise. You know, the LEMS dead zone at 12 o'clock on the CAD, US dollar CAD, and so on and so forth. And just, you know, be aware that there are multiple opportunities in the day, multiple chances to plan a trade and trade the plan, and don't get greedy and don't get anxious. There's no need. Obviously, if you make an error, then there's a bit of anxiety steps in, but just try and breathe out of it. And I mean an error by losing trade, and then just regroup your head and start again. You know, I find it, if I have a losing trade, then I probably stop trading that day, and because history tells me, my history, that I will get a loser. Anyway, back to the point of this. So we didn't get the pullback. Sellers were definitely piling into the market. All this represents here, whilst you may be tempted to get into the long and one thing and another, just looking on the H1 chart, all that is a hammer candle. Might be H1 or M30. Yeah, there it is there, an inverted hammer, or a shooting star, I think it's called as well. Point being, you've got a long tail there, a massive, or not a massive body, but a body that represents an inverted hammer, and there is nothing down below here, not to my knowledge anyway. I'll look at it on another chart somewhere, I think. Let's have a look. On another machine, actually. Bear with. Actually, apologies, that isn't a hammer. It's a doji. There is a tail down there. So not so bearish as a hammer, but showing in uncertainty, I think the expression goes with these dojis. Long tail below, long tail up. Not as small a body as would normally represent a doji. Something like that is more doji-like, as it were. But uncertainty in the market, potential reversal material. So back to the trade. As I said, we couldn't get the pullback north because there were not any buyers, more buyers in the market to pull me up to here. But once you know, I got the correct signal on here, and this is where my little old diehard comes into absolute play. This is, I've told you before, this is what I called my momentum move, if you like. Not sure whether that was actually in play when I took the trade. Can't remember. Yeah, it was changing colour. It had changed to red. I jumped in a little bit early because I didn't want to miss the opportunity of grabbing my 5 or 6 pips. It was net just over 5 pips, I think. And as you can see, there was another 25 pips easy to be had there. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. I'm not interested in that. I've made 2.5 times my normal daily requirement for happiness, as it were, and yesterday was even better than that. So with plentiful trades everywhere. But this is just a follow-up, guys. Make your plan and trade the plan, and what can I say, really? It works. We'd had the pullback here with the 2 green bars, as you can see, and the original momentum below the -20 mark there, and then as I say, I did get in early, but this had turned red and I didn't want to miss the boat. Bearing in mind, this had gone and levels had broken. We'd broken this support level here, clear support there, as you can see, which pushed that up. That was where the buyers came into the market. They decided they were going to have a go. And when we talk about that, we're not talking about retail traders. We're talking about the institutional traders, the biggest banks and people like that. So clearly broken through that, and it was going to go not to the moon. What's the opposite of the moon? Down to Australia from Britain, I should think. And it did just that. So thank you for watching. Have a great day.